And he hit the record button when he's doing these videos. All right, now we gotta do everything again. And I did such a fine video. Look at this 912. Somebody did an incredible job. Without a doubt, this thing is beautiful. A beautiful job. I had a 912 also, which I never got to do any kind of paint job or anything like this on it. Of course, I had two 9-inch motors, though. This has got the AC 50, they call it. Two Thunderstruck chargers, and they say 312 on them, so this must have a pretty high voltage pack. And I guess because of the controller, it doesn't need a RPM or a position, armature position thing. And that's the Reinhardt controller, which we heard about this first time I ever saw one. And wow, 400 volts, 200. This should be pretty peppy. Except, you know, the little motor, it's how much can that little motor.
I think originally this Porsche, it was like a 1700cc air-cooled motor that only put out 120 horsepower.
Yeah.
And that's like running great.
Yeah, yeah. But it handled really well, and it was a light. The 912s were better than the 911s because they were lighter. They were the highly sought-after one. This is like my green one. Mm-hmm. My daughter's here.
It's
just like my green one.
I don't know.
You remember my green one. Do you remember what year that was?
That's kind of an insult to this car.
Do you remember what year? Yeah, I had this back end cut out here with my motor sticking out the back. I had
was
two
it a
9-inch.
90?
No, it was old. I thought it was a 68. Not my 914. It was the 912. They stopped making them at some point.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, it's on the web. I mean, it's on YouTube.
It was this body style, though.
Oh, yeah.
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 See the potential it had?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I had a lot of fun with it.
Well, good.
In the time. And I had more fun probably than him. I broke both axles drag racing.
That is fast.
Boy, that thing was fast.
Because I don't think this.
I had a 2K Zilla, 300 volts. Yeah, where this is 400 amps, mine was 2,000 amps. I'm bragging now, aren't I? How fast my car was. How fast is my car now? Oh, I don't have a car right at the moment, except some one that I bought.
Well, that Tesla you got there.
Yeah, but that's not a one I made. That's just a store-bought. Anybody can go out and do that.
That's fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right there. Well, this is quite a moment for you, Miss Sarah. You
get to work on somebody else's work?
Yeah, well, no, you get to relive your childhood. Well, you were around. You were already. By the time I got my 912. I don't know. How old were you when I had that?
How do you think I'm going to get to relive my childhood?
Just by sitting in the seat of that car and remembering when you were a little kid and your dad had this same model.
I'm terrified of this car. I don't want to sit in the seat.
It's too nice.
I don't want to touch it.
Yeah, you need to put your gloves on.
Yeah.
It's from California.
I don't think you should even be breathing next to it.
Well,
that's too close where you are.
Oh, no, I got seniority because I had one. I can now rub shoulders with one.
No.
Yeah, because once you... Yeah, it's like an old buddy of mine. You know, once you've owned a horse, all horses you can relate to because you owned a horse. Now I see a horse, I go up and talk to the horse.
The problem, what's really terrifying is that you're not terrified. That's what I'm terrified of.
Yeah. Well, I know you guys will keep me away from this.
You should be.
I'm looking. And
the fact
where
that
is
you're not.
Where is the Smith? That's what you let me work on over there.
There, go get back to work.
And the golf cart. What about the VW? He's still up in the air. Maybe somebody would buy that. Maybe somebody would. That's a Hyper 9 and everything ready to go. All it needs is batteries, and the owner can't make up his mind if he wants to put batteries in. All right. Well, I'm trying to remember exactly when that was that I had that, because I think you might have already been out of the house. when I had the 912. You don't remember the 912?
I mean, I remember it, but I don't.
All right. Well, there we go.
I remember more of the 914 than I do the.
Ah,
That was the one you drove more.
yeah.
Still got
In
the
my time.
914.
Yeah.
What happened to the 912?
Ended up selling it. It sat in the backyard so long and was starting to rust away. And actually, I sold the thing with no motors, anything in it, for $4,000, which was pretty good for the old rust bucket it was. It had some problems under, some real rust problems.